him.
I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-magob, everybody. Hey, it's Kiss Wednesday, and this is the only news that matters. All right, Vinnie Vincent. Yeah, I haven't talked about this fool in a while. He just came out attacking Carmine Appice, I think. I don't know if this is recent or old, but somebody posted this in my group, my podcast group, and I thought it was worth Only News That Matters episode, and I'll read it. He says, Vinnie Vincent says, by the way, I always enjoyed playing with Carmine. He was and still is one of my favorites. Our problems are rooted in other issues. One particularly egregious matter required my attorneys to get involved and put a stop to his plans. Unfortunately, he finds it necessary to be ugly and do his Vinnie Vincent tour. He was going to do a Vinnie Vincent tour of the usual parasite platforms, dedicated himself to speaking ill of me instead of acting like a pro. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Vinnie Vincent telling anybody to act like a pro? Holy crap, that's funny. Anyway, let me continue. Taking it in stride and moving on and be a pro. I would think at 80, you would learn to be cool. That's something you learn at 30. He was over 30 when he ripped his pants off with that box set, wasn't he? He had to be over 30 by then. Anyway, he says, you keep your mouth shut and move on. You don't try and hurt people. What the fuck's the matter with this guy? And I still would enjoy playing with him. Really, after all that? Yeah, I would like to play with him. We have chemistry between us. What's it been, like 40 years since he's played with Carmine? Anyway. In fact, he continues, he should get his ass to Nashville, set up his drums, and do a jam out with me, and you can all come down. Yeah, what are you going to charge for that one, Vinny? Like $5,000 to see you jam with Carmine? Anyway, and he continues, frankly, I doubt he can keep up with me, but he should put his money where his mouth is and do it. Come here and jam it out with me. Or it would be best for him to shut his big mouth about me for good. I'm sure there's promoters who would put up the money and then I will rip off. I'm sure you would come down here and hear it, right? Yes? So, he should make a Nisa or Nisa, and everybody's happy. You know what I'm talking about? Or what? What the hell was that? I mean, this dude. And hey, by the way, what's it been, like a year or two since he announced that album he was going to put out? It's been well over a year, maybe a year and a half, or 2 years. This guy, man. And, you know, he knows who I am. He knows the whole story about me. Some guy went up to him and showed him a picture that he took with me that day. And he goes, Dr. Fuck. What does his mother think of him going around calling himself Dr. Fuck? Well, you know, my mother knows I wouldn't rip anybody off like you do. I wonder what your mother would think of you. Being the thief, scumbag, liar that you are. That's right. He's a liar. He makes stuff up. And here he is like, oh, shut up your mouth about me. No! Carmine, keep talking about him. Keep talking about this scumbag. You know? He flat out lied about 2 friends of mine. Because he backstabbed them, and then after he backstabbed them, he wouldn't talk shit about them. These 2 guys are fans of Vinnie Vincent. And he was going to do this surprise, this rocket pod thing. And, Vinnie asked for, all right, look, I don't want no money. What I want is a separate room with some bodyguards. That's all I want. I'll sell my, my merch there. All right, cool. This is when Vinnie Vincent first came out, after that Georgia thing. So, I was willing to forgive Vinnie Vincent back then. When he came back, I thought, hey, maybe he's changed. Let's give him a chance. And then soon after, these 2 guys, they had an agreement with Vinnie that Vinnie, asked for that. And then, very close to the date, Vinnie then asked for 10 grand. I may have the numbers wrong. Maybe he asked for less or more. I don't remember. All I remember is that he asked for money after he said he wouldn't do it for money. And then these guys respectfully said, Vinnie, we can't afford that. I'm sorry. So Vinnie went to social media calling these guys backstabbers. I swear to you, that's all that happened. Nothing else. They didn't say nothing bad about Vinnie, and Vinnie went out and just said that, which is a total fucking scumbag move. And when he did that way back then, it's been 4 or 5 years, no, way even more than that, I think. Speaking of that, this was like 4 or 5 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago, Vinnie Vincent, he said, all those people that he ripped off with some box set that people paid for, and he never ever sent out and kept the money. And this is like 5, 6 years ago, Vinnie said, all those people that bought that box set, I'm going to send them 2 now. I knew even back then, I was like, bullshit. Number one, probably some of these people are dead. It was 20 years ago, And you got the receipts and all the fucking addresses of everybody? Fucking whack job. And his fans are wackier than him. Seriously, they are. When he said that shit about 2 box sets, all the fans were like, oh, Vinnie is awesome. He's so cool. And I had a bunch of those freakazoids, Vinnie Vincent fans, come after me. They are the most retarded people on the planet. Seriously, they make Kiss fans look, well, no, Kiss fans are just as retarded. Who am I bullshitting here? But anyway, my point is that this guy's a scumbag, and I will continue to make only news that matters. That has nothing to do with anything but the scumbag Vinnie Vincent is. I will continue to do every time this guy opens his mouth on Only News That Matter report. Because every time he opens its mouth, it's as stupid as this. Hypocritical as this. Now here's the thing. I don't know what Carmine has said recently, but I heard Carmine before say, oh man, he's a whack job. And I knew even back then, I told Gene and Paul, watch out with that guy. He's crazy. And, and all he's done, through all these fucking years, is just fuck people over. And screw over, fucking fans. When he was going to do this show, he was going to do a show with Carmine Appice and Tony Franklin, right? They were going to do a show in Nashville, or I think it was Memphis, right? And this was way back then. So many people, I saw this, complaining they bought plane tickets and hotels and all that shit. They were going to lose all their money because Vinnie decided he couldn't do it just a day or 2 before the show. Ridiculous. And yes, he was way over 30 at that time. Oh yeah. Way over 30. What was he, like 60 by that time he fucked everybody over? And here he is telling this guy, oh, you're 80 and you're acting this way. You're going to be worse at 80, you know? Anyway, Vinnie Vincent sucks. I would love Vinnie Vincent to invite me to his house. I like to go to Vinnie Vincent's house. You know what I do? First thing I do is go in his fridge, raid his fridge. But if he has any Tupperware in that fridge, I'm not eating anything out of that Tupperware. I don't know where it's been. And then I want to go sit on his couch, pass gas, and scratch my privates. That would be awesome. Anyway, what do you all think of this fool? Are you a big fan? Like those people that attacked me? Vinnie Vincent fans are so damn retarded. I swear to you. They never bring up the fact that this guy steals, overcharges fans. But that part I don't blame him, because hey man, I'm all for supply and demand. If somebody wants to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a stupid autograph or something, hey man, I pass no judgment, and I don't look down on anybody that's a fan that way. I just look down at the retards that don't like when somebody tells the truth about their idol. He's a scumbag thief. Period. And if you ever do visit him, never eat anything out of the Tupperware he has at his house. So thank you for watching, everybody. Leave your comments below of wacky ass whack Vinnie Vincent. And leave it in the comments below. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Ring that little notification bell. And like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath. And smack 'em on cob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.